What is up YouTube, James back here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Back-to-Back Battles. Today we're using the Dialga Ogre team, once again with Dialga, Kyogre, the Tapu Lele, Kartana, Incineroar, and Amoonguss. Let's get started and play some games. This team was created by Oliver and piloted by Alfredo to win the 2019 Latin America International Championship in the seniors division, and it's been a really strong team, and I've been really enjoying playing something different and using Dialga again. I really did enjoy Dialga back in the beginning of the format. Like, I tested out Dialga. Kyogre is one of the first few teams I was testing, and it was really fun in general. Of course, I do still think Dialga does have its, natural flaws, where it's like it can do a lot of things, but like it can't do them all at once. It's either going to be lacking damage output, or it's going to be lacking in bulk. So yeah, but I think it's a pretty nice Pokemon, because if there are some teams that just can't touch Dialga for much damage, and I think that's where Dialga can really shine. The Specs Kyogre has also been really cool because of its great damage output, although I don't think we've really gotten like Specs Kyogre sweeps lately. We've gotten them in the earlier episodes, but yeah, I think it's still a really good tool overall. And I think with Lele it could be really scary if we have like our speed control options up. So yeah, and the Amoonguss set is really interesting. I don't think we've faced like a single Kartana, because we do have Hidden Power Fire for Kartana. But oh, rematch time. Okay, rematch time. Nice. I kind of wanted a rematch. I don't want to lose the Cradle League. That's all I can say. I'm bringing the same 4 Pokemon. Although I could bring Dialga this time. I really like Amoonguss just as a switch-in. Yeah. So this game is me gonna try to pin down these Pokemon. Mainly it's like, if I could get my weather set up, I think it's fine. I guess that's why my opponent was like, okay, if you give her my Tyranitar, I still Cradle League that prevents a Kyogre from going for like Spec Scalds, and you have to go for the like Origin Pulse, which can miss, War Spout, etc. Or you're gonna give me a special attack boost in general. So yeah, I wonder if my opponent would actually bring you Yveltal. I don't think you're bringing the Vivillon. I think Vivillon is gonna be left out on the bench again, but I could see some swap ups. I do know the calc now that the Sacred Sword and Flare Blitz doesn't knock out Solgaleo unless it's a roll, which, if it's a roll, I'm going to be a little bit upset if it's like a roll in my favor. Although I think I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the Solgaleo's favor. Let's see how this is going to go. Since my opponent saw Tailwind, I'm thinking of going straight for the Sacred Sword turn 1 into the Tyranitar, if it is going to be the same leads again. My opponent might adjust. We'll see how this goes. Solgaleo Landers, okay. I need damage on both these Pokemon. Like, Incineroar's not really too important by itself, so definitely switching out Kartana here for Amoonguss. What would be the sickest play I could ever see is the Solgaleo switching out into the Tyranitar and Earth Power. I'm not even sure if that knocks out Incineroar actually, but we'll go Amoonguss here, and I really want to get the knockoff into the Solgaleo slots. I think I'm going to target on Solgaleo, because I think it's easier to spore the Landers, so we'll see how this goes. Also, I think I had to get in my Kyogre earlier because Kyogre had better pressure at the beginning of the game than what it would have had later in the game. I'm pretty sure my opponent brought the same 4 Pokemon. So we'll bring out Amoonguss. We'll see what my opponent decides to do. Hopefully it's not Weakness Policy Solgaleo, because that could screw me over. Earth Power going to come out into the Amoonguss. Okay, maybe just trying to aggressively get rid of my Sash. It's a Life Orb on the Landers. Flare Blitz. Oh, it's not -1 though. It's not -1. I mean, you took Chip now, so if I went for Flare Blitz, it would have been better for me though. Here comes the knockoff. Assault Vest. Oh, it's bulky. That's why. That's why I lift hits. Oh, so it probably does have Wild Charge. I'm gonna go Kyogre here, and U-turn, I think. Okay, so I don't have to worry about Wide Guard. I guess Wild Charge Earth Power could be a play, but I think Kartana Instant can actually win this game by itself. I'm really going based on the fact you don't have Yveltal in this matchup, but you could have brought Yveltal over Tyranitar, I guess. We'll go for Origin Pulse here, and we'll go for the U-turn. Yeah. If it's Yveltal, that I cry. I actually cry. But yeah, Kyogre's threatening a lot now. Origin Pulse gets a KO, and if you go Cradily, I get a U-turn off, and then I can bring a Kartana and Sacred Sword it. Actually, Kartana should just win against the Cradily. And my opponent's Pokemon are really weakened, and Solgaleo can't protect. Actually, I should U-turn the Solgaleo. Yeah, I should U-turn the Solgaleo. It would have put him 1 in range of Sacred Sword guaranteed at the range of that. And 2, if Landers protects, I guess this could be a little bit troublesome. But Landers does switch out, so Cradily? Show me Cradily? Nice, okay. That works out. Sunsteel Strike. Not Superpower. Not Wild Charge. What's your moveset? Sunsteel Strike, Superpower, Flare Blitz. Unless you don't have Superpower. Into Instant. Okay, maybe just trying to get Chip. Please hit. I really need it to hit, actually. Nice. Alright, so I get U-turn damage into Cradily. We'll see how much I do. Yveltal's still going to be annoying, but like I think I'm still in a decent position regardless. Ooh, that U-turn did a good amount of damage. I think since we're max attack Kartana, I think we could actually knock it out with Sacred Sword. Might is the big question. Kartana's in a really good spot though. Like, I'm really happy that Kartana is in a fantastic spot. If it is Yveltal on the back, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Yveltal, I go Instant and just Sacred Sword Cradily. Tyranitar comes out though. Do I need my Kyogre? Yes. That's like not even a question. It's a yes. I'm gonna go Instant, and I'm just gonna Sacred Sword the Tyranitar. I don't want to risk like a random Fire Punch from the Tyranitar. Yeah. I'd rather go for Sacred Sword. I don't remember Tyranitar can be Eevee to survive Sacred Sword. I mean, the Tyranitar was faster than my Incineroar, so it does have speed investment. I know that for a fact. Yeah, so we'll go Instant here. We'll Intimidate. I could Tailwind it, but I would like to KO the Tyranitar if I can. Cradily is actually going to protect, which is great for me. Yeah, so we get a Sacred Sword off into the Tyranitar. Does knock out the Tyranitar, and nice. Okay. I don't really understand the play my opponent made. I don't get why you brought Tyranitar. It really wasn't helpful. You had Cradily as a switch. I guess maybe it helped Solgaleo, but yeah. Here comes the Landers. I mean, I just fake out the Landers and go for Sacred Sword. I still have a Sash intact. Yeah, this looks like game. This does look like game. So we're in a fantastic spot right now. Hopefully, yeah, I mean, I don't see a way my opponent gets out of this. You're gonna go for a double. You do get it, but you need a triple, and even if you get the triple, I mean, I have fake out chip into your Landers now. I'm not sure, but Leaf Blade could even knock out the Landers at this range, I feel. Is there a way I can choke? I guess I'll just Flare Blitz the Landers and go for the Sacred Sword anyway. Again, you don't have speed control. I mean, you can't beat my Sash. You don't get a triple anyway, so that should be game. But even if you did, like, Landers doesn't have multi-hit moves. I do knock out Cradily, that is game. But yeah, I don't even think with that triple you would have won. You needed like a quadruple, and even when you got the quadruple, after this Life Orb hit, you might be in range of the Adamant Flare Blitz. Ascent Force. Imagine my opponent made the Tyranitar play turn 1. I didn't think he would because of Kartana. You needed to get rid of Kartana. Kartana was such a big threat to what my opponent brought. Oh, we don't actually knock out Landers. Okay. I mean, it would have been mind games after that, I think. But I think, like, overall, I was just in such a solid position. And, yeah. I was almost... Okay, yeah. This game is 100% a wrap. Because Landers only has one more Life Orb hit. And even then, like, I don't think my opponent could have won because, like, I would have had so much pressure. I would have had Specs Kyogre with Thunder. That would have done a decent amount to the Cradily regardless. I had U-turn pressure, which was doing 40% regardless. So, yeah, it would have been an interesting endgame because you're forced to either recover there or to pick up a KO, and then, like, the following attack from either a Kyogre or Incineroar could pick up the knockout. So, really happy about how that game turned out. We do get the win in the rematch. But, yeah. I'm so interested to see my opponent not bring the Yveltal. I feel like Yveltal was really good against my team, but it works out. So it's a Assault Vest on the Solgaleo. That's cool to know for future times. Well, if we do play our opponent again with this team or another team. But, yeah. I think overall it was, like, well played. I don't think, because you had to focus on Kartana. Kartana was just too big of a threat to handle. You had to break its Sash. You probably assume it's Sash. I don't think Sash activated in the other game, but yeah. We got Sun from Poland as our next opponent. Okay, this is a standard team. What am I supposed to usually bring? I think it's like Amoonguss, Dialga, Incineroar, and Kyogre usually. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. Hidden Power Fire really does help with our Amoonguss. I think I go Dialga, Incineroar. It's usually the best lead I feel like against my opponent's team with the Kyogre and the Amoonguss in the back. Yeah, I gotta play well against the Kartana. Because Kartana is usually the big threat. Kartana plus Amoonguss is usually a big threat. We'll see what my opponent decides to bring though. Because it's like tough, right? Because if you don't bring your Tornadus, you're not doing too much damage to my Amoonguss, and mainly I get free spores off, which is really nice against my opponent's team. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, I'm gonna lead Incineroar for that fake out pressure, and it covers the Kartana, it covers the Tornadus, it just covers a lot of options that my opponent does offer. So we'll see here. It's going to be what lead? Dialga, Incineroar for me. I hope he don't lead like Xerneas Incin for some reason. No, it's Kyogre Amoonguss, okay. I mean, if you're my opponent, you should... I think you... Huh, there are a lot of things. One, I could see Kyogre switching out. Two, I could just see it go for a Water Spout and a Spore. Do I need Instant Awake? Not really. I need it for Intimidate. I don't need it Awake. I'd rather go for Thunder and fake out into the Kyogre. Even if Amoonguss Rage Powers, that's fine. Because I do need Chip into Kyogre. Putting this Kyogre in Chip means it can't spam Water Spout, so that means my Amoonguss and my Dialga are taking a lot less damage. So that's some nice damage. Spore gonna come out into the Dialga, which is fine. And now I can go my own Amoonguss, and then maybe I could go for the Hidden Power catch. And I pretty much just get to burn these sleep turns because there's not really much this Kyogre can really do. As we'll go the Amoonguss right here. And now the Kyogre is also put in range of a Specs Origin Pulse, which is pretty good. The problem with this matchup is I can't really touch the Amoonguss. This is like the weird part about this game. Like Amoonguss can't touch Amoonguss like both times. Like both sides of the field can't really do it. So yeah, we'll bring out the Amoonguss here. As Amoonguss is going to retreat on my opponent's side into the Kartana. Okay, good switch. As Origin Pulse is going to come out. I don't know. Do you Origin Pulse or do you go for, or do you switch on Amoonguss? I feel like you have to Origin Pulse because it wouldn't KO my. I feel like Stegosaur wouldn't KO my Dialga. How healthy do I need Kyogre? Not really at all. I think like the safe pivot play is just to spore the Kyogre. Yeah, I'm gonna spore the Kyogre and switch down to Kyogre because Kyogre can afford to take a Stegosaur and an Origin Pulse. I would like Dialga around because I think Dialga is great for Trick Room, setup pressure, and it's my best way to touch my opponent's Amoonguss, which is the ironic part. But like, yeah, I'd rather go for a Spore here if you like, because I feel like you need to double up here into. Okay, yeah, is that Amoonguss? Yeah, I could just switch out the other. I mean, that's fine. Because now I get a Hidden Power Fire off into the Kartana. Yeah, I just Hidden Power Fire the Kartana. Sacred Sword gonna come out. That should do 30%. Oh, wow. Not even. You're probably gonna Spore. I think you Spore. Like, you tend to Spore either my Amoonguss or my, my Kyogre. I'm gonna go for the Hidden Power Fire attack here. We finally have it, so we'll get some damage in this Kartana. No matter how little it is, even in rain, Assault Vest, it's gonna do damage to the Kartana, which is the important part. So we'll see how this goes. I believe we burned one turn with Dialga as well for sleep so far. Yeah, we burned one turn to sleep so far, so not in the worst spot. We see Amoonguss, Kartana, Kyogre. Did we see the last one? No, you led Amoonguss, Kyogre, right? You didn't show Instant. You didn't reveal Instant, Torn, or Xerneas yet, I believe. We'll bring out Dialga on a potential Leaf Blade. I could see you just Sacred Swording again, but I think that's fine. Yeah, good play. I respect it. That doesn't proc Berry though, which is like the unfortunate part. I do reveal the Hidden Power Fire. Oh, that did decent damage. That's more damage than I thought, actually. Instant always. I might be taking some sleeps, but it's not the worst in the world. I'm just gonna Hidden Power Fire and go out into Instant for the Intimidate. Even if we might take a Spore, it's not the worst in the world. I think Amoonguss is still in a really good spot here regardless. And I already got to chip into my opponent's Kyogre. Sacred Sword really doesn't do that much. Spore does go out into that slot, no surprise. Because I can activate a Berry if I switch into Dialga in the future, which is why I'm okay with these trades. Okay, you can't afford Kartana going down. You're 100% switching out Kartana. I'm going to go for a sleep turn with my Instant, I think, and just Spore the Kartana slot. I don't think you can afford Kartana going down here. You're getting a Sacred Sword off an Incineroar, maybe to pocket a Berry? Like, I don't think that works for you. Kartana goes down to another HP 5 if you switch out to Kyogre anyway. I could see Incineroar coming in. I could see Kyogre coming in. I just can't see you staying with your Kartana. That's like the only thing. That's like the only play that doesn't make sense to me. Yes. Yes. Okay. Sweet. Nice. 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 Incineroar stays asleep. Clear Smog into my Amoonguss, trying to get some chip. I think I'll just HP Fire the Amoonguss afterward. Because I could see my opponent trying to Spore my Amoonguss. Yeah, so we'll go for the U-turn out into the Amoonguss on my opponent's side. And we'll go for the Hidden Power Fire into the Amoonguss in case Cart decides to try to come in. Be cheeky. But yeah, we'll go for the HP Fire. I don't want to switch out Amoonguss because there is a potential my opponent going for the Spore on Amoonguss, and I also want to chip the Amoonguss because getting chip damage on Amoonguss is really important. I could also see Spore into the Incineroar slot. I think that'd be okay. I could also switch out a Dialga, I guess, for Amoonguss if I really want to, because I could potentially burn more sleep turns. That wouldn't be too bad, I guess, actually. Burn some sleep turns. Spore into Instant. And Power Fire. That does nothing, but I mean, still okay. U-turn out. Go into Dialga. Like, this is going to be a slow game. We're both going to be playing slow and passive. That's how this matchup goes. I just really don't want to, like, I really want to go aggressively Kyogre, but I know if I do, I'm going to get hardly punished if I do. So, bring out the Dialga here. Because you would Flare Blitz attempt my Amoonguss, I think. Still sleep for 2 turns. I wake up, get a U-turn off. Go Amoonguss. Because I get more Regenerator health at this point. I just got a KO the Incineroar and I win the game, I think. Like, that's how this game works. If I KO the Incin, I win the game. So, we'll go Amoonguss again. Spore into the Dialga. Yeah. Like, you spored the Amoonguss that time. I think this time you... I think you're gonna attempt to KO my... I really wanted Incineroar Sleep or Pressure. I think I'm gonna go Kyogre here actually and Spore the Incin. Because I want Incin to still be asleep. Like if you wake up this turn, I want it to go back to sleep. And I want Amoonguss to live a Flare Blitz if this is the case. I don't think you Spore me either. Yeah, nice. Nice. Perfect. Oh, what? Do you not have knockoff? Or did you already knock me off? I don't think you did. Okay. That's not ideal, but it's not the worst, I guess. It's not ideal. That's not ideal. I was really hoping you would Spore the Amoonguss there. Here's the dumb part. I think Flare Blitz would have activated my berry if I went Incin. Or Kyogre in the other slot. Okay, we're both running out of time. I think I'm gonna Clear Smog the Amoonguss and I go Dialga. Because you might Grass Knot my Kyogre here. And if you Grass Knot my Kyogre, I activate my berry on Dialga. So that's what I'm aiming for right now. Please tell me that's not... Okay, that's Kyogre. Which is not asleep, which is a little bit bad for me. We get Clear Smog off. So we get some chip. Good chip. Spore... Not the Incin. Spore the Kyogre. Even if you double out on a card, that's fine. And we always go my own Kyogre anyway. Even if you read this, it's not the worst case, I guess. At this point, I might even win on timer, because this is how long the game is going to play. Like, this is supposed to be a really long matchup. So, we'll go Kyogre here. Is that the... Oh, it's just Amoonguss. Okay. It's not that bad either, I guess. Incin stays asleep. Here's the question: do you Grass on now? This is the annoying part. I'm gonna go Incin. You're not gonna Spore the Kyogre slot this time. I think you do Grass Knot. I'm gonna go Dialga here. And I think I'm finally gonna try to get some chip. Because I think I do want to go aggressive here and get some knockoff. Because I don't think you're Sporing the Amoonguss slot this time. I think if anything you're either gonna Grass Knot or Spore the Dialga slot. And I want the Regenerate Health. The Regenerate Health is really important in this set. This is really, okay, stays asleep. Please Grass Knot, please Grass Knot. Clear Smog. Why? Unless you don't have Fang for some reason. I want to U-turn out the Incin because Amoonguss doesn't really matter. I want to go Amoonguss. Yeah. Let's see how this is gonna work. Yeah, because you're guaranteed to wake up. You're gonna U-turn out. Let's see what you're going out into. If it's the Kyogre, I think I knock it out actually. And if I knock out Kyogre, my Incin does really well. Are you gonna go Cart? If we go card, I think I'm fine with that. Yeah. Actually, if you go card, it's a bit complicated. It's a bit complicated. Yeah, you go card. I mean, I get the chip. Dialga, I think, is my play always. Spore into the Dialga, yep. Rain stops. I think I always go instant again, because Sacred Sword's not going to KO me. Yeah, I'm going to HP Fire, and I'm going to go thing. I could see two plays. I could see Grass Knot, Sacred Sword double up into instant, expecting maybe my Kyogre to come out. I could see, I'd see a lot of things. I could also see like a Leaf Blade, Predict, Spore, but it's Sacred Sword, which is fine. Nice. Activate the berry, so I don't have to worry about knockoff damage in the future or getting knocked off with my berry. We're gonna see the Spore come out into the instant slot, so it's gonna stay asleep. I'm trying to figure out how I 100% win. I do knock out the card here, which is good. Does Dialga take the Origin Pulse? Well, I just don't know if the Origin Pulse is a roll or not. If Kyogre comes out, I'm gonna go Dialga, I think. But if you go instant, I'm gonna go Kyogre. I don't care if you read it, it's my best play regardless, I think. I mean, your Flareblitz in the Amoonguss 100%. Maybe the better play is just to take a sleep turn with Incineroar. Go Kyogre. Yeah. The reason I'm making this play is because I could definitely see Flareblitz Grass Knot target down my Kyogre, my instant slot, trying to catch my Kyogre on the switch. Yeah, Flareblitz gonna come out into the Amoonguss slot, and I think Grass Knot into my instant. I think it should be Grass Knot. Stay asleep. Okay, you don't have Grass Knot. That's what you're telling me. Like, this is what your plays are telling me, because you should Grass Knot always. Unless maybe you just want to damage on Amoonguss, but I don't know. I don't know about that play. U-turn chip. Back in Amoonguss. I don't want to take a knockoff. We're playing very passive, but this is how I have to play this matchup. You're gonna U-turn out into thing. If Instant wakes up, you lose the game. So let's see. If we get Instant, we can win the game. Right here, right now. Kyogre. Please? No. I need to keep Instant healthy, so I'll definitely save it. Ooh. I still don't think you KO my Amoonguss with unless you Ice Beam. I'm gonna go Kyogre here and just Spore the Kyogre slot on my opponent's side. We're again playing very passive, but I think the way is I just gotta target everything that's not the Amoonguss. We're gonna see the Kyogre switch out, which is fine. It's gonna be Incineroar coming back in, but I could just bring out my Instant once again from my opponent's side. Maybe I could have been chipping away the Amoonguss, but the problem is it could keep resetting its regenerator health. This is why I'm trying to focus the slot, because if I could get rid of like Kyogre, for instance, I do win the game. I feel like there's no way you don't. I feel like there's no way you have Grass Knot. I feel like you should have always been clicking Grass Knot, at least at some points of the game. Like, you had so many opportunities to. Do I just risk my Kyogre right here? I don't think I do, because that risks me the game. I'm going back in the instant. We are playing this super slow. I know that. I do apologize, but like, I'm not throwing this away because I screwed up, because like he reveals the Grass Knot now. Like, I'm not doing that. Go instant. as we're gonna see Fast Asleep. At this point, I can even stall the timeout. Yeah, you don't have Grassland. Okay, we confirmed it 100%. You don't have Grassland. You would have went for it a long time ago. Unless you expected the instant switch, I guess. U-turn. Spore. Okay. We wake up, which is nice. We get U-turn off. And then we go Dialga here. And since Incineroar can't recover its HP, like, we might as well just slowly chip away at the Incin. You're gonna Clear Smog, Dialga. I'm still gonna Spore the Incin. Rain stops, but I'm resetting it right back up. Well, I'm getting Intimidate off, actually. I'm gonna Intimidate, get a Spore off. I think you might Spore the Dialga here, but that's fine if you do. Cause yeah, that's fine. A super long game of Pokemon, you don't really tend to see this, but like, yeah, this is what I have to do. Still sleep. Clear Smog into my Amoonguss. Again, I don't think Flare Blitz knocks me out. I think I just U-turn out, actually. Because he's probably just going to go for like a double up here with Flare Blitz. I'm going to go Dialga. Because I'm not risking Flare Blitz into Fang KOing me. So we'll switch out Amoonguss into Dialga. We'll pivot back into my Amoonguss. Like, there's so many things I can do here. And I want to activate my Berry on Dialga. Because, like, I can finally stay in with Dialga if I just activate my Berry. You're guaranteed to wake up. You go for the Flare Blitz. You're -2. Yeah, nice. Exactly what I wanted. This game should be a wrap now, since we activated the Berry. I just wanted to safely activate the Berry with Dialga. U-turn. And we're getting like good chipping in Incineroar every time. Go Amoonguss. We're healthy now, so we'll live the Flare Blitz guaranteed. We're gonna see a Clear Smog into the Amoonguss slot. Flare Blitz is not gonna KO based on the HP number. Yeah, you're -2. A double up won't KO me. I'll Spore you and go for the Flash Cannon into the Amoonguss. You're gonna go for the Flare Blitz crit, which you don't get, thankfully. You get burn, which helps. I thought it was frustrating because, but then again, like at this point, I think I just win the game. Yeah, it's a double up here. Now we just, and we activate our Berry actually, so that helps. And we'll go for a Spore. I guess maybe mine could have been a choke, but I feel like Dialga healthy just should win the game. You know what? I'll go for game right now. I'll go for game right now. If you don't live the Thunder with Incin here, yeah, I'll just Thunder the Incin here. Because I think Thunder should do 30% to Incin usually, and this looks like it's like a 27 right now. So I'll go Kyogre here, Thunder the Incin. And if I KO the Incin, I just win the game. Incin stays asleep. Don't know what it did actually. Unless it's like faster than my Dialga. Here comes Thunder. Nice. That should be game. That's alright. Because Amoonguss should win this game now. Like, Amoonguss should solo. I guess the burn's annoying because technically I could be stalled out by the Amoonguss, but at this point, like, my opponent doesn't have as much pressure. And if it is Scarf Kyogre, I think it goes down to Fake Out. My Incin wasn't asleep. Yeah. So we'll go for the Origin Pulse in case you Rage Powder for some reason. We'll Thunder the Kyogre. Origin Pulse gonna come out. Both survive. And yeah, it looked like Origin Pulse would have been a roll on me. Clear Smog and the Dialga, expecting a switch. I mean, Thunder. Rage Powder gonna come out, no surprise there. I think I still should have this in the bag. Here comes Origin Pulse once again. I guess if you're not Scarf, if you crit me. Okay, that's fine. You would have to have Protect. You would have to crit me. No, you have to have Protect with Kyogre. You would have to have Protect with Kyogre. Do I figure out Clear Smog should always get the Ogre at this range? Yeah. So if you're Scarf, you just lose here. If you're not Scarf, I guess it makes it interesting. Maybe I played a bit too passive, but I think it should be Scarf. Yeah, should be. Yeah, you go down here. And then I just keep attacking this Amoonguss. I should have this game set up because Amoonguss is going to be like trying to multi-shot me, and that's not going to work. Yeah. Nice. And then we just keep clicking attacks here. So really long game, but we are able to pull out the win. That was a really long game. Knock off, Clear Smog. We can't win. My opponent can't win on timer. So yeah, like overall, I think I might have messed up a few turns. Like I think maybe I might have messed up a few turns, but yeah, I think my opponent not having Grass Knot was pretty huge in this matchup. I just need Instant to wake up for one turn. Rain Stop, so I think Hidden Power Fire does more. Yeah, Hidden Power Fire does more. Go for the knockoff. Hidden Power Fire. And then we just do too much damage to the Amoonguss. Match is going to be forfeit, and that's going to be a good game to my opponent. So, not sure, because if it was an Amoonguss versus Amoonguss endgame, that would have been interesting. But I'm pretty sure I would win with HP Fire, even with the burn. So, we are able to pull out a win, which is really nice. And, yeah, really long game, but you do play slowly in that matchup. It's like you have to pivot around the Amoonguss on your opponent's side. Dialga has to wall. And yeah, if you can get rid of Kartana, that's like a big relief because that's the main damage output. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back to Battles. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below, show your support. I suppose you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side saves on my channel, and all that good stuff. If you want to go check out Oliver and Alfredo's Twitters, I'll link them down below in the description. And if you want to try out the paste spin of this team, it is in the description down below. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment down below as I do read them. Feel free to check out my other stuff like my Twitch channel for awesome VGC 2019 live streams. And yeah, more stuff coming out soon. Hope to see you there. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.